Hello, Insomnia. My name is Umu. Oh.
10 seconds later.
Hello, Insomnia. My name is Umu, and I am reacting.
Thousands of tears later.
Hi, everyone. My name is Umu, and I'm React to the Cage channel creator and hella hardcore Insomnia.
Hello, my name is Isaac, and I was on the React channel last school year.
And today we are reacting to Dreamcatcher's Rose Blue collaboration with Girl Cafe Gun, Cafe Girl Gun, the RPG mobile game. And this is like the theme song for it. And so I am so excited. I've seen many pictures of this music video and it seems like it maybe also hints back at some of their past music video storylines. I don't know. Seems awesome. Let's go. 3, 2, Dreamcatcher! Ooh. Bunny.
Alright, we're on a hill. Everyone's nice and happy, cheerful until you add the strings.
Quiet violin line. Ooh. Everything's so muffled, it feels like. We're gonna get louder? No. We're quiet.
There's always pacing drums.
I like those string
You're going forward.
swells.
Oh, there you go. More, and it's gonna keep building. Very typical with anime.
What? We had a complete style change!
With the twists and turns. Very nice.
Descending fifth sequence? It starts as a descending fifth sequence, which is a very anime OST thing, I feel like. But the bass from the pre-chorus is back.
There's always a freeze. Always. And then it's be silent. Or some filler like this. There we go. And a rap. K-pop.
We keep going to so many different instrumental worlds. Beautiful background vocals. We introduced electric guitar here. Okay, girl with gun. Tommy's just like, whatever. Oh, why does that hurt so much? No, Kaya! Why am I wanting to cry right now? The music's so dramatic. I mean, those strings are real. Instrumental change for the first half of the chorus, and then we're back. Oh my god!
This reminds me of Rising Hope by, I think, Lisa. Listen to her. Oh, is it freeze? Nothing. There's still nothing.
Oh. What? What? What just happened?
Yeah, it has its similarities to anime.
Okay, we're gonna go in a second time because the instrumental mixing, or I think it's the mastering, because it was so quiet. I had to turn up my audio all the way on these headphones, and these headphones pick up on sounds really well. I want to listen to a little bit of the studio track for that. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, this is so much better. My headphones are still picking up on a wash of high frequencies though. But things are poking out so much better. Yeah, you feel the hit of the bass drum a little bit more. Yeah, in this section I felt the texture of the string more than the actual notes that are playing. This was an interesting change. Like the bass, do, rhythm, do. Not what I expected in a dramatic, OST type song. And then little string run before we hit the chorus. Yeah, this is the anime section. Because of the really fast drumming. Yeah, it's such a full sound from the strings. Woo! Nice, they had the hit when it moved back into a gentle vocal line. A little chromaticism, and then this huge change for Dami's verse. I guess it isn't as huge as I thought. We still have like synth in the background. What I've noticed with a lot of the ends of Dami's verses, it ends with da-da, pitch down, and the instrumental stops with her. Not a lot of times does it continue through. It's a bit of a jolting transition. I'm not the biggest fan of the ends of her raps. But I just love her raps in general, too. The bass is so good in this part. Maybe this is the cafe part of the song. Okay, let's move to the bridge. 252, 253. It kind of goes halftime. Got some hi-hat playing and percussion. And chromatic motion. Yeah. Oh, we have some piano arpeggiation. Okay. I got it. I got it down. All right, time to call Isaac. Stan Pelchi. Look at this beautiful drawing.
Who drew that?
Of Jiu. Her name is Pelchi on Twitter. Pelchi art, I think?
They send it to you? Would you order?
I commissioned her.
Very nice.
But this, I feel like this drawing fits the aesthetic of the music video. I was so confused first listening.
Really?
I know we just reacted to G-Friend before this, and you were confused after listening to that, and I was confused after listening to this. It wasn't like necessarily a style change for Dreamcatcher, it was just the 3 different sounds that we had, or I guess 4 almost, because there's the anime chorus, there's the bass, funky like
Bass
slap
note.
bass heavy pre-chorus, there's the orchestral breaks, and then like chromatic orchestral dramatic breaks, and then there's like the very percussion heavy rap break. And I was just like,
Yeah.
what the heck just happened?
I think I was mentioning in the reaction that only in K-pop can you take any genre, you know, whatever it could be. You could just be like walking through a lily field, just exactly what we just watched. And then you go through each and one of the characters, and then you can throw in a rap.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to. You just listen to the beat, right? It's like, all right, it's nice and fast, but then it starts getting heavier and more accented, and it becomes triplets. And then a girl is introduced, and she starts rapping. Most anime openings does incorporate a larger volume of instruments to create the excitement. But for this one, I think it was the opening with the percussion that really cued into whether or not if it's an anime or if it has its origins from that. And I think it's just the way it built up, just the way it's just very typical of anime. I thought, I was like, wow, like it's pretty interesting how you could make something so normal in a medium and then make it feel new.
I think I personally enjoy in K-pop tracks is like just the millions of layers that songs have, and then how they can still make them pop in ways where you can hear everything. And here I felt like it was a bit more of a wash of sound, because I didn't notice there was a piano part until like one note kind of stuck out in the last, or like in the bridge or something. I was like, there's been a piano this whole time? When did we have a piano?
I think it was cued in the beginning, but you kind of don't hear it for most of it. Because it's just everything else was so saturated, so...
Yeah, there's
Or
just,
maybe
like,
there
they
was
had,
piano.
like, a whole string orchestra, or at least, yeah, no, I'd say it's a string orchestra, or would you say, like, it's just, like, a studio ensemble? Maybe they doubled the parts,
Maybe.
like, in the chorus.
Yeah.
But that was nice to hear, like, violin solos that weren't MIDI.
Mm-hmm.
That was great to hear.
They're getting better with the whole MIDI technology, the way they could slide, kind of emulate.
Do you think this
the
is
sound.
possibly MIDI?
Maybe, because I was very convinced when I saw a keyboard with one of those I don't know what they call it. It looks like a joystick, but you.
Oh,
just,
yeah, pitch change.
You change the pitch with it, or just add some effects to it. And I'm telling you, it's getting close. But I think it's just the recording quality that makes it so distinctive. This one sounds sounds post-processed, that's for sure. And I don't know, I think I made a remark that having the strings definitely made it an anime.
Yeah.
it's
It's the drum set, electric guitar, and strings. That's like
Yes.
the anime.
That's the typical. Well, I think they really like those instruments. I don't know, even like older pop, it's the same instrumentation. I don't think they ever changed from that stock model. Maybe just they add stuff on top, but it's still just bass, drums, strings, piano. It's like they really like those instruments. It's kind of interesting when we talk about that, because when you isolate them, you like for drums, can you ever hear drums where it's sad? You know, it's like in a sad setting. It's like it's kind of hard, but you can. Certain instruments are inclined to associate with certain emotions.
Yeah.
So
And also, talking about the music video and the song mashed together and the concept, you know the part where the girl in the white was reaching out to the girl with the gun? That just, like, I had, like, a flashback. That seemed like such an anime moment. Like, I started,
Just
like, crying.
reaching. Just
I started
reaching.
tearing up just because of her reaching, like,
Whoa.
out. I was like, oh my god, like, this could totally be an anime at this part. So I'm kind of curious how, like, the RPG game will turn out.
I find it so interesting that you would associate something like that, because
I don't know why, but I was like, this is anime.
Interesting, because you know how I was talking about instruments, but certain, like, I guess actions you could cue to that. But for me, this was just like a typical like you read in a book, it's like he reached for the ledge of the cliff because he was falling or something. You know, it's just like, for me, it was like that.
And then like the instrumental being super dramatic in the back like helps the tears come forth. But yeah, that was a wild ride.
Interesting. I think that's the thing with React to the K. We can talk about, well, we talk about music theory all the time, but also it's like, how does it affect you as a listener? Because it's important to know. It's like, well, let's just say you talk about how amazing a table is by its measurements, but you you never talk about how it holds your coffee mug, or I don't know, you put your foot on it or something. So there's the experiential part of it that needs to be cued into the music theory or music, I don't know, experience. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a great week. Bye bye.
Cheers.